Today on Jikookery.
JK can only hold out for so long. And Jikookers, we ain't crazy. Have you guys ever noticed that Jimin only cares what JK is doing? Seriously though, can they kiss already? So much drama, so much discourse surrounding Jikook on Paris Day 1. So, were they fighting? Let's talk about it.
오늘 난 바람 타고 왔는데 리듬 좀 그만 타세요. 이상하죠? 생각 없습니다.
So it wasn't just those two clips. It was just in general, Jikook did not look like themselves. You know what I mean? Like here, this video of JK, he doesn't look like the normal JK we're used to. Yeah, he wasn't. No, he didn't look very happy. Sorry, that's not just. We've seen him perform swim many times, and this is not. He's way too subdued. And can I just say, like, I know I got some like French subscribers, French army, but you guys, France was just, it wasn't it. Oh my god, they did not. I wouldn't say that that was the place the members had the best time. From V telling people to stop coming to the hotel and just people not listening. But then, of course, it was mostly like the paparazzi. Like, you guys, your paparazzi thingy is like crazy work. I didn't know that, Paris and paparazzi, like, wow. The number of times we saw members like glaring at cameras and things like that, that was, well, I bet they did not have like, yeah. Paris was not it. Don't take that personally, guys. And I give friends subtitles, so I know I got some of you over here. So I'm not attacking you personally. I'm just saying the members. I think France has to be their least favorite this year, and normally they love it. It's normally their favorite, but this time there was just so much, like, I don't know, so much was going on in Paris. That being said, guys, 90,000. Wow, that was insane. You guys must have been the loudest, I guess, because 90,000 is a lot. Just for that alone, they're never gonna forget that. 90,000, shit. That's the biggest crowd BTS has had so far on tour. Well, we could count Mexico, but half were in the concert, half were outside the concert, which was crazy in and of itself. But to have 90K all in the concert, that was crazy work. And anyway, this is not gonna be a memorable time for Jikook because, yeah, finally, let's talk about the situation. So we came to find out later, after everybody has speculated, we later came to find out that the French president was in attendance and the Dior president was also in attendance. Those are some very important people, okay? There are some very important people in attendance. And it only makes sense that Jikook were told to, like, lay low, keep it low key. And we know this because even the people who were there said in general, all seven, in general, the members were like, there wasn't so much. I even saw a compilation for Paris. normally when they're touring, there's gonna be chaotic compilation of the members. I saw the Paris one. It wasn't that much. We got to Seok. Yeah, J-Hope and Jin. Yeah, they like, but there wasn't really that much. Like, members were generally toned down. So that's the first thing, by the way. It was not just Jikook. I bet some of you didn't know that. It wasn't just Jikook. All members were toned down. They were in their best behavior because some VIPs were in attendance. But of course, I can imagine, like, whatever meeting that was done, whatever that was held, they were told, okay, you guys, the president is gonna be there, so just be professional, especially you, Jiminandjungkook, especially you two, okay? RM, keep an eye, especially on them too. We don't want that, like, I can imagine all of them being told to be on their behavior, and then there was an especially you two. You know what I mean? And my favorite, so I have a favorite among this part where people are like busy talking about Jikook breaking up or fighting or whatever. I was just busy laughing. And most secure Jikookers, we are secure Jikookers, the real actual Jikookers, the ones who know what's up. We don't take, when Jikook are silent, we start wondering, are they broken up? When members are going into Paris and Jimin is in the hotel, we're not thinking, oh, they're broken up. Like, we're like, boyfriends don't need to be together all the time. We are not together with our partners all the time. Why are we expecting Jikook to be together all the damn time? Jikookers who use their logic, we are secure in our ship. So we were not freaking out when these two videos, there is more moment people were picking up on, like, they were not all there. We also had this normal moment during fake love, or where Jikook usually acknowledge each other during this, but JK was trying. JK can only hold out for so long, and so he tried to, like, look at Jimin, but he got nothing. We all know what normally happens during this, right? Then there was this moment that definitely let me know that something was up. But these two moments were the ones that were mostly being highlighted, right? But when we saw that, we were not thinking, oh my God, trouble in paradise. No, we were not. We were thinking, this is actually so funny, because this is my favorite. Let me play my favorite. Let me play it. This was my favorite, and I found it hilarious because what do you mean Jimin went all the way? And, like, to avoid JK. Like, was that necessary, Mr. Dramatic? Was that really necessary? He saw his man coming and they have orders. He looks away. Then he goes, oh my God, the wide berth? Like, why did you have to go all that way, Jimin? Like, here, you guys, this part, he goes all the way. What was the reason? Someone on Tumblr called it malicious compliance, and I love it. It could not describe this moment any better. Like, so they were told to lay low, but they are not happy about it. Jimin is not happy about it. He's like, you want me to lay low? Fine, I'm gonna lay low, but you're gonna know that I'm not okay with it. I'm not happy with it. Like, I saw this and I was like, Jimin did this for us. For the secure Jikookers, okay? For the Jikookers who actually believe in them and don't doubt them every freaking second. When he did this, I'm thinking that was for me. So that I know that no, there's nothing wrong with Jikook. I know that Jimin has been forced to do this. Like, he did not need to do. They could have just passed each other normally. He did not need to go all the way to... This is so freaking funny. He was so dramatic with it, which made it even more obvious. it was so obvious. Like, even the ones who don't pick up, like, some people just are just there to be there and enjoy content. They picked up on this because what do you mean he went all the way, right? So for me, when I saw it, I thought it was so funny. I still do. I think it's hilarious. Every time I see it, I think it's hilarious. Malicious compliance. I love it. That is what Jimin was doing. Fine, I'll stay away from my boyfriend, but I'm not happy about it. I love that. This was my favorite. Also, it wasn't just Jimin, you guys. The way Jimin looks away when they get to, like, when they're going to pass each other, Jimin looks away for whatever reason. You didn't need to do that, my guy. You can smile at your boyfriend. You're not gonna get in trouble. Smiling is not gonna prove Jikook is real, okay? But the way he looked away, but they shout out to this handsome security guy over here. But yeah, he was not the only one. Jungkook's point of view. What did he do? He looked away. When they're about to pass each other, they both look away. This is how you know there's something going on between Jimin and Jungkook of BTS. Because why? See, I don't see any other members avoiding eye contact. But because they have something to hide, when they are told to lay low, they don't know. They don't know the line. They don't know, what do we do? What do we not do? Because anything that they do could be too sass. Anything they do can be sass. Leave Jikook alone for 2 seconds and you have no idea what you're going to get. Literally. Leave them free reign and they get up to anything. They can do anything. So even they themselves don't know where the line is. They don't know where the line is. You give them an inch and they'll take a freaking mile. Why? Because they're a couple and they simply cannot help themselves. And that is why they behave like this. Because they were told not to behave in any kind of suspicious way. They don't know if they look at each other. Why? They don't know if they're gonna kiss. They don't know what they're gonna do if they look at each other. Okay, it's dangerous. They were told to lay down, so they cannot afford to look at each other because God knows. God knows what would happen. We wouldn't know what would happen, and neither do they. Seriously though, can they kiss already? There is something that annoys me about this whole laying low thing, because this is Boy With Love. This is their song. It's an OT7 song, but JK made this a Jikook song. Every single time at the end of Boy With Love, JK found a way to tell Jimin he loves him. But now we have them not even acknowledging each other on their love song. What a shame, baby, what a shame. So, my fellow jokers, let's get into the reason why it was dumb and stupid to conclude that Jikook were fighting. Let's look at moments of Paris day 1 and 2, or even before. Anything just surrounding this day and closer to this day or after this day that proves Jikook were fine. They were fine. My guy, can we just stop always thinking that Jikook are freaking broken up? It is so tiring and exhausting at this point. Aren't you tired? Aren't you tired of doubting Jikook every time? Aren't you tired? Aren't you tired of giving yourself emotional whiplash and roller coaster for always thinking the negative of Jikook? Can we just for once, not think negatively and jump to the negative conclusion? Like, why couldn't you have been like the freaking company? Because that's what this is. That's what this is. We had VIPs in the concert, and so sadly this needed to happen. Okay, so let's prove that there was nothing wrong with Jikook, shall we? So first of all, okay, this was not like an actual moment. This is just something pointed out that I thought was really cute. Like this Jikuka is like, why are they dressed as each other's albums? I really like this. Like I honestly genuinely didn't think this was a coincidence. Like this qualifies as a Jiku coincidence. But what a beautiful coincidence. I love it. I genuinely love this so much. Again, not something that you would like, call it like a moment, because by now we know that nobody decides which car they're gonna ride in. They get told when to, which car they're gonna go in. Like we've seen Jikook separated enough times to know that it's never their call which car they're gonna use. But Jikookers, we always feel to celebrate when Jikook ride in the same car. Love to see it. We love to see it. I love to see it. I personally, speaking for myself, I love to see Jikook sharing a car. Good job, Jikookers. So far, I haven't managed to prove nothing. But we continue. Have you subscribed? Have you subscribed? Please subscribe. Thank you. Next was the Eiffel Tower interaction. Jikook at the Eiffel Tower. There they are, JK using Jimin's phone to take a selfie. A selfie we will never see. Oh well. Another one, thank you. Here they are living together, and we even had Jimin holding on to JK's jacket. Like, you know that habit Jimin has of holding on to JK's clothes? Yeah, we've seen it again. Then we had this moment that was honestly like so freaking cute. I like, look at that smile as he walks away. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Did you guys notice that as soon as Jimin was exposed again, his smile was gone? That's how you know this whole thing was performative. Not interacting, none of that. That's how you know it was all performative. Because when he's hiding under the sheets, he can smile like he's bae. But as soon as he's exposed again to the audience, suddenly his smile dies. You know how when you smile at someone and it still lingers? Jimin's smile just disappeared. That's how you know all of that stuff was performative. Jikook are freaking fine. Our poor babies. So when they're hidden, then they can smile at each other. Okay, this is actually, it's stunning sad now. This is stunning sad now because when they're in front of everybody, in front, like they don't want to look at each other, Jimin basically jumps into another continent. So when JK is passing, like, but when they're hidden under the swim sheets, now they can smile at each other. If this isn't a summation of their real life, like they cannot do anything, they cannot let the public know that they're together, so it's only in private that they can be who they really are. Oh my god, I did not expect this image to make me go here, but this is Jikook to a freaking T, and it's actually so sad. Where they have to hide to share these sneaky smiles. Oh my god. No wonder they're always trying to be so freaking loud. No wonder they try their best to be as loud as they. I done made myself sad now. This is sad. This is sad. It's cute. It is so wholesome. And again, it proves that there's nothing wrong with Jikook. Nothing. Normalize, not assuming first thing that something is going wrong with them. Let's just normalize that, please. My poor babies. Then we had this moment, Dynamite Dance Break. I hate the song, but I always look forward to this moment because I want to see what move Jimin comes up with. JK matching him, Taejin messing it up. I love to see this. This is all so funny. And this moment was on the same day, and this happened. Clearly, nothing wrong. Have you guys ever noticed that Jimin only cares what JK is doing? Like during this moment, Jimin only ever watches what JK is doing, and after JK is done, he just turns back to the crowd and starts singing. Even though Jin and V still have to do it, but Jimin is like, I don't care about them. I only care about my baby. I just love that. I love that. It's so cute. But yeah, this is really nice, isn't it?
The next day too, nothing was wrong.
That was so cute with Jimin clapping for JK after like, you did good, babe. Like, Jimin is always like exaggerating this moment. Like, JK has brought the moon down and presented it to him. Like, yeah, bring back this. Yes, Jimin, that's a totally normal reaction to have over someone you're not fucking. Yeah, I truly believe there's nothing between you two. Yeah. I guess here it didn't matter because Jimin had the excuse for, oh, this is a group thing. Okay, it's not just us. It's a group thing. So they were more relaxed. I don't know if Jimin, prepares beforehand or comes up with these moves on the spot, but either way, I love it. Like, I don't know whose idea this was, but 10 thumbs up. Despite all the restrictions, they still did their idol walk together. Okay? There they were just walking like completely fine. I don't know how we decided to conclude that they're fighting because where? We even had a Jeonlous moment with JK wanting to know, someone is being linked to my boyfriend again? It's so funny how curious he is. Like, which footballer? Which footballer is it? Like, if they were not together anymore, JK wouldn't care. He wouldn't care which footballer is being linked to his boyfriend because that would be none of his business. Because they wouldn't be together anymore. So why does JK care? Use your... This was what the army was holding for Jimin to say that. Why am I being linked to a soccer player so much lately? The next day, JK is a footballer. You know, we laugh, but it tracks. There is a pattern, okay? There's a pattern here. Someone watching this could be like, you guys always link everything. Because they have gotten us here, okay? There's a reason we do this, because there's a pattern. Jimin goes on Instagram, likes a certain dancer's video, and asks him, how did you edit your video like that? The next day, JK edits his video the same way the dancer did. Jimin admires Wonho, another idol, because he's so big and muscular. Jimin admires that body. The next thing we know, skinny JK is all bulked up. Jimin likes tall guys. Always talking about tall guys. Have you seen JK's shoes? They give him at least 2 extra inches, my guy. The list goes on and on and on. It is not a coincidence, okay? If there is a pattern, then it is proof. If Jimin does one thing and as a result, JK does another, it is not a coincidence. And Jikookers, we ain't crazy, okay? Facts are facts. The thing about Jikookers is that we are very smart, you know? Which is why everybody should be a Jikook. You should be a Jikooker if you want to be considered smart, because we are very smart. That's why we're here, okay? And we are rarely ever wrong. So believe me when I tell you. No, seriously though. Number 10. The footballer is number 10. JK couldn't have won a different number. He had options. He had 9 other options. My guy, the proof is in the pudding. Okay? Then this went viral. So probably all of you have seen it, where JK got emotional and he was crying a lot on day 2 of Paris because, you know, Europe tour is over and he was sad because it ended and he got really emotional. And here you see Jimin glancing at JK and he clearly wanted to comfort him. Then we had Jikookers debunking other Jikookers who are saying that Jimin saw JK crying. I don't know what's the point. I don't know what you gain from debunking your fellow Jikookers. But like I just showed there in that video, Jimin did see JK. And even here, you see him again glancing at JK. So aunties were attacking us, saying, no, Jikook is real, but Jimin saw JK crying and he didn't even comfort him. Which I guess it's why this other Jikookers, holier than thou Jikookers, wanted to be like, no, Jimin did not see JK crying, because, you know, we expect that if JK is crying, Jimin is gonna comfort him. But we are adding this on top of the part where that they're like supposed to, I was gonna say stay away from each other, but they were not told to stay away from each other. They were just told to like not Jikook. And like I have proven in this video, Jikook clearly don't know the line. Is this too much? Is this too little? So they would rather do nothing at all. That being said, Taejin had it. JK was crying. Taejin had it. Jimin don't need to be piling on when V and Jin, they're already comforting JK. Jimin don't need to go. Again, why is he going and RM is not going and Sugar is not going and J-Hope is not going? Why is he the one going when V and Jin already have it? You know what I mean? Those are questions that are gonna be asked. And Jikook are supposed to be laying low. Don't worry about it. Jimin comforted his baby where we did not see it happen. So that's not your business. That's not your concern. Okay? The point of the matter is Jimin did see JK crying. Let's just acknowledge that part and get that straight. Okay? Let's just get that straight. I also want to say something to Jikookers who attack RM whenever he's like stopping Jikookery. Like, I also get annoyed. I get annoyed sometimes and I'm like, just let them be. But I was thinking about it recently, right? And I'm like, RM is just doing his job. He's just following orders that he was given. Because here it did look like Jimin wanted to go to JK, but RM stopped him. But that, let's not hold that again, Namjoon. He's just doing his freaking job. I gave an example and I said, RM does not wake up in the morning and he's like, oh, I can't wait to separate Jikook today. No, he would rather not do that shit. He would rather be doing other things. He don't want to be babysitting Jikook, but it's what he's been told to do. He got orders from above. Today, make sure your members are laying low, especially the two that are married. Jikook married. We proved it. We proved it. So RM is just doing his job. So let's cut this man some slack. Like, be annoyed, but don't like hate him and become an RM auntie. Because I'm seeing some Jikookers also heading that way. Alright? RM is just doing his job. If he doesn't do nothing, if just let it be, go. Jimin, go hug your man. You've comforted JK before. It's no big deal. And it's not. But this is a night where they were under instructions. No jikookery. So cut RM some slack. Give that man his flowers. He deserves them. Okay? If he doesn't stop jikookery like he's been told to do, he's the one who gets in trouble with the company. So what you want the man to do? Okay, guys. Y'all are gonna have to get used to me losing light because not that you care, but I can't. I'm unable to make the video at once. I'm a mother of 2 kids very close in age, so they're gonna interrupt what I'm doing, and so it was bedtime, so I had to put them to bed, and so I lost daylight. So here we are. So let's continue with the video. Another thing I want to mention about this moment before we move on was Jin looking at Jimin when Jungkook was crying. He's looking at Jungkook. Then he looks at Jimin. Aunties will argue it was because Jimin was singing. But here's my thing, right? J-Hope is our president. Mostly because he's like the only one who's constantly smiling through Jikookery. He's the one who's never annoyed, never impatient, never stopping them. Like, he's the one who's like proper supportive of Jikook no matter freaking what, right? And another thing is that he gives us moments without meaning to give us moments. But you know who else does? Jin. Jin has been known to do and say some things. Maybe we should do a video about Jin. Maybe we should do a video about Jin. Let us know just Jikook is real without meaning to. Because he has had some slip-ups. All the members, in fact. As a matter of fact, all the members have slipped up. But so has Jin. And because of that, pattern. It's about patterns, you guys. If there's a pattern, I feel like some people don't understand pattern. Do you know what pattern means? Do you know what the word pattern means? That something can be predicted, that you know what's going to happen. It means that something has happened so many times that you know what's going to happen. That is what pattern means. And if Jin has like reacted to Jikookery a certain way over a period of years, then yeah, them right, I'm counting this. I am counting this because JK was crying, and then Jin, after singing, looks to Jimin. And yeah, you may be thinking it's because Jimin was singing, but no, fuck that shit. Jin did not have to look at Jimin. He didn't. He didn't. G did not have to look at Jimin. He could have looked at the crowd. He could have looked down. He could have continued looking at JK because him and JK are like, that's his baby, which is why I don't understand why people ship them together. But anyway, he could have continued looking at JK because it feels bad for him. He could have looked anywhere. But instead, he looked at Jimin. Yes, Jimin was singing, but that is not why G looked at him. It could have been why, but it's not why. Okay? It's not why. Clock it. It's not why. So, this counts. Shazzy, what does that moment have to do with Paris? What is that photo behind you? Well, see, I'm about to make a point. And the point I'm making is the difference between us and insecure Jikookers is what this last moment I'm about to present to you is about. See, Jikookers like you and me, right? Secure Jikookers. Jikookers who know what we are actually doing here. Jikookers. That reminded me of people who call them Jikook. Oh my god, if I watch a video and you're calling them Jikook, I'm out. I'm done. I can't do it. Get out. Jikook. Do you call him Jimin? Do you call him Jimin? I am African and I know it's Jikook. Why the fuck you saying Jikook? Anyway. Oh my god, I digressed. Queen of digression. Anyway, the difference between you and I and insecurity cookers is that insecurity cookers, they always want loud moments. They want Rose Bowl. They want Hikigate. They want GCF Tokyo. You know what? I don't think insecurity cookers are smart enough for GCF Tokyo. So no, they want things that they can see they just want loud moments. So when Jikook settle, they don't see it, they don't know it, they don't even realize it. Because they're the ones they want a kiss on stage, they want wait, I'm not supposed to say that on YouTube. They want a corner. Like, when I say you and me, I am assuming that people who are subscribed to me are secure Jikookers. Because I'm sorry, but I don't condone or welcome or tolerate insecure Jikookers. You are not welcome here. And if you're one of them, please fuck off. I don't want you here. I don't need you here. Jikook do not need you anywhere near them. So go away. I believe that when you make content, you attract people who are similar to you, people who see things the way that you see things. And I know insecure Jikookers, they like to laugh. But if you're one of those people who said that in Paris, Jikook were broken up or they were fighting, you're an insecure Jikooker. I hate to break it to you. I hate to break it to you. But if even for a second you thought Jikook were fighting, you're an insecure Jikooker. Do you understand? Do you hear me? Do you understand? If after watching Jikook for all these years, if even for a second, right? Let me say, if it was a whole year, let's say a year, if it was for a year, we had nothing from Jikook, we didn't see them. And anytime we saw them, they didn't talk to each other. Then if it was a year, an year, then I would understand you. But all you guys need is a day, a few minutes, a second. All you guys need is one clip to start saying they're broken up. You have a problem. You're sick in the head. I'm sorry. Yes, I said it. Shazzy said it. I said what I said. If you cannot go a freaking day without worrying that they're broken up, if when you don't see Jimin roaming the streets of Paris, you think that they're broken up, you are the problem. You have an issue and you need to stop shipping and go work on yourself and then come back, okay? So I'm not talking to you. I don't need to talk to you. Fuck off my video. I don't like you. Go away. So insecure Jikookers need moments like this. Moments they can see. Because they're fucking damn in it. But you and me saw this moment and we knew what it was. And when we saw it, we knew that Jikook was solid. So no matter what happened in Paris, day one, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. Because we had already seen this. So, ladies and gentlemen, Jungkook on Instagram posted a song with that background, right? And the song is Midnight Love by Girl in Red. And one of the lyrics in the song is when your silver is my gold. So that already has Jikookers sitting up. We are sat. I was sat. I was like, go on. So when your silver is my gold, right? This whole thing that JK posted is way more than I can explain. It's a lot. So if you're on Tumblr, go look at CanMom51's account. She explains the whole thing about whatever JK posted, the history, the yada yada yada, about even the tower, the golden tower that JK posted way before was also Jikook related. Go to her account, she explains everything. Again, you don't even need Tumblr. You just go search for her name, CanMom51, go through her Tumblr, and you're gonna see everything that you need. She explains that way better than I ever could. I would advise actually creating a Tumblr to follow people like her. She is, if you like me, you're gonna love her. She is like so good, especially with Jikook numbers. Guys, I don't talk about Jikook numbers here because I hate math. So I do not touch Jikook and numbers. By this, I mean that in South Korea, they take dates very seriously. They take maths and calculations very seriously. They celebrate like 1,012 days. It's our 7,000. Like they in South Korea, they take like numbers are very very romantic. That's why you'll see like Jikook always posting things on the 13th mark. Like JK will post the video and it will end on number 13 or 113, or like when during Fire, Origin of Fire, when Jimin went viral, his moment was on 111, and JK started posting songs and he would end them at 111. Like it's crazy. Jikook numbers are crazy. I don't talk about them because I hate math. But there is people who talk about Jikook numbers. They are real and they exist and they are louder. They are louder than anything you will ever find on my channel. And CanMom is very, very, very good at Jikook numbers. So if you don't have a Tumblr and you want to know about Jikook numbers, go to her Tumblr, check that out, and your mind is gonna be blown. In fact, if you're a Jikooker and you're on Tumblr, you probably follow her because she's a big Jikooker. If you want to know like the deep, this moment that I'm about to talk about, I don't go into it as deep as she does. That's why I'm sending you there. I promise that CanMom did not pay me. I just really needed you to go to her Tumblr because she goes into this deeper. I don't want to talk about things I don't know because I hate spreading misinformation. So I'm just going to talk about it like, no, whatever I'm explaining to you is like surface level, okay? All right. So JK posted the Midnight Sun song by Girl in Red and Jimin liked it. Jimin liked it. If you don't follow their Instagram activity, you may wonder why I'm pausing. But I'm pausing because, surprisingly, Jimin doesn't like a lot of JK's posts. Yeah. That's his man. That's his boyfriend. But Jimin doesn't always like whatever JK posts. But he liked this one. Literally, the things Jimin likes, you can count them on one hand. And he liked this. So you know it's important. So JK posted a song about Midden Love, which is she is an LGBTQ plus artist, and it's titled "Girl in Red." So our friend of mine, Queenie, I mentioned Queenie a lot, but she was like, "Girl in red, girl in red." If the next time we see Jimin, he's wearing red, I'm gonna go fucking nuts. Guess what happened? Because I told you guys, Jikook are pretty predictable. And she predicted that the next time we see Jimin, he was gonna be in red. Why? Because JK mentioned the girl in red. Do you know what happened? Do you know what happened? My guy was like, if Jimin shows up in red, and you were like, yeah. What was Jimin wearing? What's Jimin wearing? What is Jimin wearing? So JK posts the day before about the girl in red. And then the next day, his boyfriend shows up in red. Hey. Hey! Coincidence? Have you met Jikook? Do you know who they are? They don't do coincidence. They don't do coincidence. That song, those lyrics, yeah? The fact that, oh my God, the fact that the singer, eh? Eh? Is in the LGBT. Hey! And then Jimin shows up in red. Are we okay? Yeah. Are we okay? And even though they were trying not to interact too much in Paris, I'm trying to say it properly. Still, Jimin went and stood next to JK and put his hand on him while he was wearing the red that JK talked about. It was quick. It barely lasted 2 seconds, but it was there. Because what are we talking about? Malicious compliance. The kind of compliance that you do because the boss asked you to. But it doesn't mean that you like it. It doesn't mean that you have to show that you like it. It just means that you have to do it, which is what was happening in Paris. Okay? Jimin was he was compliant, just maliciously. Yo, I love their love. I freaking love their love. Like, bro, Jikook, is there a better place to be? Is there a better place to be? I dare you to show me a better place to be. JK did what? Galin what? Then Jimin did what?
Not to mention, we just saw them say that my heart belongs to you, both of them. And these are the people who hate each other, are broken up, are fighting. Like, this literally just happened, my guy. Can we just calm down?
I love him. I freaking love him. So, yeah, if you liked my video where I ranted in between because I can't help myself, please leave a thumbs up. Okay, and subscribe if you haven't. Please join the Jikookery family where we are just like a little bit, just a tiny bit unhinged, not too much, but just a tiny bit, just a tiny bit. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching the video. I'm very happy to have you. Leave your thoughts in the comment section, and don't just subscribe but turn on the notification bell so that you know when I post the next video. Okay, it was lovely to have you guys. Ta-da!
Bonus Jikookery.
Yes, from now on there's always gonna be bonus content at the end of the video. I recently discovered from analytics that not everybody finishes my videos. So this bonus content is as a reward for whoever watched my video till the end. Do you remember that one live Jikook did? And Zaki was like, how you gonna punish me? How you gonna punish me here? The way Jimin pulls his A. That is how JK gets punished. You see Jimin with a whip or a belt just smacking JK. I bet they're into that. I wouldn't be shocked if they're into that. And then after he's punished JK, he gives him the ride of his freaking life. Hey! 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 Shut up! Shut up! Yeah, and let's never forget this, because I will never, ever forget this. You people who keep wanting Jikook to break up, or you keep saying Jikook are broken up, where do you want JK to go? You think JK would leave this and go where? And go where?